So today's Monday, June 17th, and we are over here across the road moving the feed troughs right now. I've already moved a couple of them. I got 2 more to go after this one. And what we're doing is the heifers that are 8, 9, and 10 months old, we are moving them into a different field because the field that they are in, they've grazed it off. They've gone as short as I want them to, so they're gonna get a new field here in a few minutes. First, we're just gonna go ahead and move the feed troughs, and then kind of wait for it to cool down a little bit. Some of them, I'd say, maybe half of them are still standing underneath the shade. The other half are laying out, and some of them are still walking around grazing a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and move the feed troughs, and then move the shades. And then on Sunday, on Father's Day, it rained at least a couple inches. It rained a good inch in the morning, and it rained another good inch and a half that night, last night. So, yesterday, after it quit raining in the morning, we tied another shade on. And the ropes broke during the winter. We got another shade put up. And then we had a group of heifers and steers that were, there was 70 steers and 65 heifers, about 135 altogether. We sorted through them and brought the 65 heifers over here. They are right over there, and then put the steers back in the same field behind the commodity barn, and then actually commodity barn and out by the front driveway and the road there. And then that's what we call pin 3. Then today we had 4 different groups in the weaning pen still. We went and got all 4 groups and ran them up to the chute. And it's about 85 head altogether. And we ran them through the chute, vaccinated them, wormed them, and sorted them all at the same time. Wes was pushing them in. I was giving shots. I was giving them Bulbashield Gold 1 shot and Ultrabac 8. Jason was worming them with Dectomax. And we had Case and Allie moving gates back and forth and sorting them as they came in through the chute. You know, we would just call steer or heifer, and then they would sort them when they came out of the chute. And then so we sorted off probably, I didn't even count them, but there was like 15 or 20 little ones that stayed. They went to a new weaning pen that was a weaning pen that had been sitting empty for a little while, so there's grass in there. Like, there's Tits 85 in there that's knee deep, and you know, so they got a whole new weaning pen that's nice and clean for them. And then we brought over 45 heifers and put them over there. So now there's about 110 in there, and the youngest group over here that are 5 to 8 months old, give or take a little bit. And then so there's 45, and then we put about 30 or so steers in with the other steers. So now there's about 95-ish heifer or steers in pin 3. It's hard to keep up with the exact numbers. Sometimes you're just lucky if you're within 5. So we got all the feed troughs moved, and so now we're gonna move the shades. We'll go grab this one first that that nobody's under right now. These heifers are the heifers that were running through the fences and destroying them. We finally got all the fences fixed and got it, got it working good. The bolt or the fence tester is reading a 6.5, so I mean, I'll grab it, but I'm a little leery of it. So, and then getting all that done, you know, gave us the opportunity to bring over the heifers in that other group, and then also, you know, to manage the grass they're getting. So they've already basically, I mean, there's still a little bit of grass. It's like maybe 3 inches tall, but they've taken all the tops off. We don't really want to go any shorter than this. It's time to move to a new one. And then there's a few smaller ones in here that when I move them, I'm going to run them up in the chute first, or in the little corral over here. And then I'm going to pull those, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 little ones out and put them with the younger ones, and then let these bigger ones into the field next door. So here's the shade here. It's 50 foot wide, 100 foot long. You know, we just hook a chain to it. We can drag them. We can drag them right over the electric fences, and yeah, we put them facing north and south, or as close as we can get them. So that way the sun moves all the way across. You see how the shade is actually outside of the whatever you want to call it, the structure. So that way, if you put them east to west, the shade's going to stay underneath the whole time, and you get less area or less ground for them to lay, and they just get muddy worse, or, you know, crappier worse faster. So we'll get the chains hooked up here and drag them. Just got the chain wrapped around the ball and on the fork there. The field that we're going into, or that these heifers are going to go into here in a minute, I'll let you know when we cross the fence, but that's where the close-ups were. So if you remember any of the videos of checking the close-ups, or, you know, picking up babies or anything like that, and then also where I used the little rhino disc smoothing up the field. We're crossing the fence right now. I was smoothing up the field, I can't remember exactly when that was, but you kind of remember what kind of shape this field was in. You know, it was mostly dirt and tore up from the close-ups all winter. And you can kind of, I mean, there's still a few bald spots, but it's filled in pretty nice. See, right now we are facing east and west, so you see how the shade is directly underneath the structure. So then if we can go ahead and turn to north, face it north and south, then the shade actually moves all the way over into a new area. So in the morning it'll be all the way to your right, and about midday it'll be underneath, and in the afternoon it'll be all the way outside on the left side. Alright, we'll get this one unhooked and then go get the other one. So we got the feed troughs moved, we got the shades moved. We're going to put the fence back up, take the tractor back, and get the four-wheeler, and then come move them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's popping pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah. See my arm move? And you can see it. yeah, it's working pretty good. So we got the corral ready. We're just opening the gates now, and then we'll run them out and run them into the corral and sort them out real quick. Those few little ones. Those are the smaller ones. They're December, January, and a few February calves. All these are basically September and October and November. That's when they were born. Come on. Yeah, so I just sorted them by myself. I got 7 of them that I'm keeping or holding back, and then here's the rest of them. So there should be, I don't know, 103, 105 left in here. And when I just ran them all in the corral, and then I just took my time and basically just stood with my hands on my hips and moved a couple steps one way, a couple steps the other way. Let all the big ones go by, and they ran out and they went straight to grazing. And then left these little ones in here. Just the very last big one, had to deal with her for about 2 or 3 minutes to get her popped out from behind the little ones and to get her out. So these here, I'm just gonna let them in with the younger group, and they're basically just being held back. They're probably getting bullied a little bit by these bigger ones, and then you can hold them back, and hopefully they just fit right in with the smaller group, or they'll end up being the top dog of the smaller group. So better for them either way, I guess. So yeah, just gotta let these out and close the gates on them. So that'll be it for that. So it's late in the afternoon. We're about to go move the dry cows. I'm gonna set up reels for them first. We're just waiting for group 3 to walk on by, and Chance is pushing them right now. Hey Chance.
What?
James, half the people on here that's watching, they'll know who James is. You can go on, I'll close the gate on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're so nice, even though you call me James.
Do you know who James is?
I do not. He seems like he's stupid or something.
I mean, as long as you think it's fair that I'll keep working and you get to go on home, then you can go ahead and go.
I appreciate this.
You're really leaving?
You want me to?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, go. I'll just remember that when it comes paycheck time. I'll just put that you left early. What time is it?
7:38.
Oh. So that's enough messing with Chance. We're going to go ahead and let group 3 keep walking. We're going to go set up reels for the dry cows. Just going to show you these. Okay, there's my boot. I wear a size 11. Look at the size of that hog track going across the lane. Had to be last night. So it's like half my foot. Let me check something out. No. Sometimes you can find mud on the wire where the hog hit it, but it didn't. It's just a good sized hog there. Okay, so we're gonna go put up a couple reels in 32. Bug just put in my sunglasses. And then we'll go move the dry cows. So 26 is one of the ones that got cut and baled Saturday. And you can see what it looks like right now. And in probably a week to 10 days, we'll be in there grazing it. And we'll graze all the fields that we cut and baled. And the fields that we're grazing now will end up going, being shut up for baleage. The dry cows know what's up. I just call the group the dry cows, but there's 60 or, yeah, I think there's 60 heavy bred heifers. Uh-oh, need two hands. Yeah, so there's 60 heavy bred heifers. These were, heifers that were moved around in those grass out the wazoo videos, or they were part of that group. But a few weeks ago we moved them, or sorted them out, and put them with the dry cows. Let the dry cows train them, how to go up and down lanes, how to respect reels, and all that, and keep them calm. And then once we go, so these dry cows, they're not being fed any TMR. They're strictly grazing. They come back to 25A or 18, depending on where they're at grazing. They come back to those two fields during the day for shade and cooling pond. And then at night, they get moved out, or late evening, when it starts to cool off, they get moved out. And they graze all night. And then depending on the temperature, in the morning, it's usually me, but in the morning, we'll move them back to one of the cooling ponds for the day. So yesterday during the rain, when it rained all day, or pretty much all day, they grazed all day long, and they never came off grass. So, which, I mean, there's some grass in here. They got it mowed down pretty good, but yeah, they know what's going on, and so they'll just follow the lane to wherever the field is. I set it up, which I set up 32, and out of this, sometimes we'll go right or go straight. The other day they were in 25B, so took 10 seconds. That was pretty easy. Today we're going on a little bit of a long walk, and yeah, like I said, there's 60 bred heifers, and then I'm trying to remember how many cows are in here now. I think we dried up 24, and we dried up 13, so 37. I think that sounds right. There's 97 head in here? Yeah, I guess so. Here pretty soon when it gets, I was gonna say hotter, but when grass slows down and there's more dry cows and it's a little harder to manage, or a little harder to get enough grass into them, we'll start feeding them again on the feed lane. And then that's where putting the heifers and the dry cows together comes in handy for the dry cows to teach the heifers the headlocks. These heifers, well, take that back, because when we sorted them, I ran them onto the feed lane and just put out a little bit of feed, just see what they would do. And I left them in there for about 45 minutes, and I came back and there's about 10 of them actually eating, and they never stuck their head through a hole in their life, so they've always ate out of feed troughs. And we tried it before, keeping them separate, and putting them on the feed lane, just heifers, and trying to train them that way. And it's just like one twitches, they all twitch. They real spastic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if anybody made a sudden movement, they all freaked out. So run them over the dry cows. The dry cows, they don't give a crap what you're doing. They just want to eat and go. So you can walk through there, and then you get the heifers mixed in with the dry cows, and then dry cows are staying calm, so then the heifers stay calm. Just makes training them a lot easier. Come on. While they keep walking, we're going to go down here and close the gate on 35 on group 3. Finally. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.